in Dark Side of the Moon in particular, I think the main theme, and this is not just my theory, I mean, Roger Waters, who was the lyricist, this is pretty much what he says as well. It was about the things that people are afraid of, the things that people feel pressure about, things people are alienated from. So
that's really fascinating because that album doesn't seem to be about anything. You know, the first couple times you hear it, but you still sense that it holds together. All of those songs have something in common, and you can't initially put your finger on it. But that's interesting to hear that explanation. That makes perfect sense.
Right. Well, and the lyrics. This is another change they had made. The lyrics they had done prior to Dark Side of the Moon tended to be pretty abstract, not totally clear.
Yeah.
And Roger Waters, who was the lyricist for the band, he made a major effort to write lyrics that would be clear and open to comprehension. And so, take a song like Time, for example, on Dark Side of the Moon, where, it starts out talking about, you are young and life is long, there is time to kill today, fritter away the hours in an offhand way. And then suddenly it turns in this dark direction. Then one day you find 10 years have got behind you. No one told you when to run. You missed the starting gun. And then as soon as you hear that ominous line, 10 years got behind you, you missed the starting gun, boom, David Gilmour comes in with a solo. And so you have this long, expressive solo. And I think the way it works, if you've been listening to the lyrics, is you meditate about that message, that scary message, while you're listening to the music. And so then when he was done with this remarkable solo, you run and you run to catch up with the sun, but it's sinking, coming around, to catch up behind you again. So there's this idea of time just racing by and you're losing this race. And I think it's interesting that he wrote that as such a young person because...
How old was he?
Well, he would have been in his 20s.
Still in his 20s,
I think still in his 20s. Because you and I are old enough to know, I hope you'll agree with me on this, the older you get, the faster it seems to go.
Oh, absolutely.
So he was on to that way back then.